Alright, everybody, welcome back to... I have to be on the second floor for you to see it. To the Lucky Lizard. If you saw the last episode, I was in some kind of dire straits. And I wasn't sure what to do. It was a very helpful comment. Somebody said, well, why don't you go watch some tutorials? And I thought, well, I don't know that I want to watch tutorials, but I did. And I found a few things that I was doing wrong. So every little person here has needs. See there? Like this person needs to go to the bathroom, and they need to eat, and they don't really need to get a drink, but they need to go to the bathroom. So we have bathrooms. And one thing I did not have before was food. So I added on here. Initially, I just added this section and put in the buffet and a couple tables and the kitchen to make the food. And then it started filling up. So what I did was I condensed these offices. So they're both down here, the pit boss and the research office. And I took this office space and added in more tables. Because more tables means we can sell more food. And the food, I don't know how much profit it makes, but it serves the needs so that people don't leave the hotel or the casino. So if you look back here, it's 3:40 on a Monday afternoon, so there's not a ton of people in the building. But one thing we can look at here, you know, the 3-card poker table has made almost 20,000. The roulette table has made over 30,000 lifetime, and the blackjack table has made almost 20,000. So these are successful. Another thing I put in since the last episode with you guys was a little bingo hall. Now, the reason that I put this in, we can make money with it, which is nice, but also it's an attraction. It brings people into the building, and you know, maybe then they go and eat, and maybe while they're here they play some slots for fun. So you can look and see, you know, how much money they have. But that was a nice little addition, and I started making a little bit of money with it, but I was still behind the 8 ball. I was like, what is going on? What am I doing wrong? And one of the comments, or one of the tutorial things I saw, mentioned this little thing here. It doesn't look like much. I wrote win back there. But this is the Players Club. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's not making any money. But what it does, and maybe one of these random gamblers here will have it, sometimes it'll say, like this person says that they're a Players Club member. Now what that means is their gaming confidence, like this one is, or gambling confidence, this one is 0.18. And as when somebody walks in, their confidence is like 0 or 0.1, something like that. And as they play more, their confidence moves up. So they want to play. I'm trying to see if I can find a higher one. Like, look, this guy. Yeah, guy. His gambling confidence is at 2.6, which is odd that he's not a Players Club member. Interesting. But anyways, the idea is that helps people want to come back. And when they come back, they're more apt to spend money at your casino. So I monkeyed around a little bit with like the amounts at different, you know, machines and tried to change different things. I found as long as it's not too expensive, they will play it. This machine I set aside here with the hope of having it be like our high limit machine, because we don't actually have high limit yet. So I put it at $10, which is the highest amount, and then I put the jackpot at 10,000. And I put it here because I was hoping You know, when people walk in the doors, they'll be like, "Ooh, let's check out the high limit machine." You know, the $10,000 machine, but it hasn't really panned out the way that theory says. They claim, so it had a future, or I mean, it had a past. It was a machine that had machine. Let me slow down. Had money put through it before, so I don't know. It claims that the net profit is $47.62, but I don't know how much of that is influenced since I put it at the higher amount. But these other ones are doing well. 6 o'clock on a Monday, and quite a few people here. The buffet is staying full. Not too many people playing table games, but bingo stays busy. The poker is not a successful table game for us. It is currently we've lost 17,000. One thing I would like to do is make a special poker room and then make different limit tables. Right now we just have this one table, and that feels a little bit silly. So we'll do that eventually. But let me take you upstairs and show you what we've done here. So it's much quieter up here. I don't know how much you could even hear the machines down there, but up here, you all saw the elevator, and I want to say I had the conference room in, but I moved a few things around. So we kept the computer room, and we have the small conference room and the large conference room. Then the security office I made much smaller. I don't know why I made it so large to begin with. And then I put the hotel laundry here so that we could fit a hotel room here. So this is a decent size, and these two here are our standard rooms. So this one comes in at 2.5 stars. It's $225 per night. People are okay with paying that, and it has been occupied every night. So that's good. Now this one, I think eventually I'll try to make into a suite because it's so long. But this one is much larger. It comes in at 3.5 stars because I did some things to improve the environment, and the size is obviously huge. We can't upgrade the beds until I unlock the Grand Hotel. But we're at 100% occupancy. This one's also $225 a night. I think I could charge, well, I know I could charge more for that one, but I'm just keeping these two in the same category for right now. Now these smaller ones, this one's a little bit larger, but these three are all the same size, or roughly the same size. They're only 2 stars, but we charge $120 a night for them. And I think they've all been, yeah, they've all sold every night. So that's good. One thing you'll notice is that I kind of decorated, at least that one, I decorated the walls and I did the bathrooms. It doesn't seem to impact the score if you do the wallpaper and flooring, but it does if you put pictures on the walls. So that person just got into bed fully clothed. So I will spend more time monkeying around with decorating these, but as you'll notice, we have this extra, like, this is like over top of the bingo hall and the table games stuff down there. So I think what I'm gonna do is expand this out. Last I checked, it was like gonna be $20,000 or something to do that. So I was not gonna rush right out and do that because it's functional right now, and dare I say even a little bit on the profitable side. So speaking of profit, let's go take a look at the financials. We do have an active bank loan, $32,000. Yes, I could pay it off, but I kept doing that with these first ones. I would go and pay them off as soon as I had the money to pay them off, and then I wouldn't have any working capital, so I couldn't do anything. So I think I'm just going to keep paying on that one, the daily fee, if you look, the interest rate, they really gouged me. But if I go to get another one, it's still going to be in that 5 to 10% range. I could get a lower, get a 50,000, and hopefully it would be lower because our debt to income ratio is a lot better. But let me talk about that a little bit. So we were having a problem with a lot of people leaving the casino before they spent much money. And see, we just had our midnight hit there. Let me show you. If I pause it, will it? Yeah. So if you look here, I'm pointing. Does it help that I'm pointing? The bank, the 1842, that's the loan payment. The next line up, 2342 in taxes. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. You just have to pay taxes when you own a building. And then the small one, the 113, infrastructure, that's normal. Staff, that's normal. Then we got vault cash added to the bank. And then this 2522 for the daily licensing fee was one of the things that was really upsetting me and getting to me, because I don't really think we're making much money from slots. So if you look at yesterday's balance overview, it says cash income 21, direct income 12, total income 34, but then we had 27 in expenses. But that still is a profit, and it was a Monday, right? We make a lot more on weekends. That was a Monday. So if you look at the daily profit loss, we only cleared $1,000. It's really not great. But entertainment, we made 7 there. And that's the thing about having more avenues of income that's helpful. Another thing that I saw in one of the videos that I think really helped was they had a whole bunch of ATMs. You might be thinking, what does that have to do with anything? Well, it, for one thing, makes it so that people have access to cash, which we want people to have access to cash. We're a casino. So it makes it easier for people to get money to spend it. And then the other thing is, the bank has to refill these, and we get money pretty consistently. I noticed a distinct uptick. Oh, here, let's take a look at these. An urgent sleep need. Okay, all the hotel rooms are full. What's this other one? The environmental need. It already left. Oops. So when they tell you that there's an environmental need, that's when you look over, this person needs to rest. It would be nice if we had another room for them. And honestly, what I was thinking about doing up here, I don't know if it's worth the money, but we really need more of these small rooms where people can... That's kind of weird that he just went in there when she was getting up at 4 a.m. He's changing her bed. But we need more of these small units just so, people can get some shut eye and not go home. We don't need to have a crazy resort suite kind of buildings or rooms yet at the point that we're at in the game. So things are going better financially. I think the design is fine. It's not great, but we are kind of stuck here because all the things that you would want to do next cost money that we don't really have. So something like the progressive linked jackpot, that would be fun to do and might bring some higher rollers. It says massive prizes attract a lot of new guests. So, something like that could be cool. Opening up a sports book could be cool. Having high limit, improving the house advantage. I think. So, in my order of importance, what I think is what we should do is better house advantage. So then we can make more money off of the slots. Followed by probably Grand Hotel. And not because I want to have a massive hotel, but because we can have higher quality rooms if we have access to the Grand Hotel amenities. And I think that would be fun, even if we only have a few rooms, to have them tricked out a little bit better. So, better house advantage, Grand Hotel. I don't know that I care about this just yet. Bigger marketing would be cool. That's another thing I can show you. Then we don't really need double elevators yet. I don't think we need faster internet yet. These seem like down the road kind of things. But we're not quite to having an extra 36,000. But let me show you. So this was a tab that I literally didn't even click on, which is my own foolishness. But this tells you average guest needs, so you can begin to address the things that are why people are leaving your casino. So bladder, hunger, thirst. In fact, we might need another bathroom soon. These, I mean, look at this. They're like constantly full. So bathroom is probably on our list of things. But you can also click on this demographics and marketing. And I felt like such a dingus that I didn't do this. Like today we've had 465 new people. It's also a Tuesday. So what you can do is you click on like leaflets or newspaper. I haven't done the local radio because that's more expensive. But you can do something like this, and then you target, do you want gamblers, people to play bingo, people to use the business center, or people to stay in the hotel. We obviously want gamblers. That's what we're catering towards, gamblers. So something like this, if I used like an excellent metric, we're going to get 70 to 100 people, but it's $11,000. And I think there will come a time when that's something that we'll do. But, you can set this up and have it automatically renew. So if I go for the local leaflets and I say just one day, give me some mediocre, it's just going to give you a little bump. So it doesn't say exactly, but see how this is a 30-point range? I think if you do mediocre, you get 20. If you do above average, you get 30. And if you do excellent, you get 40. I think that's how this works, because they're all kind of broken down by 30, 60, or, a couple hundred. So that's my working theory. In order to get this, we have to unlock that bigger marketing that I was showing you in the research tab. But I mean, look at this. If you advertise on a TV show, you're talking, this is the low mark, is 50 grand per day. I just don't think we're there. But much like other things with this game, you have to scale it. You can't go right to the top. So running something like this, tomorrow be a Wednesday. We could do, above average. So for $1,800, we can get some new players. And who knows, some of them might stick around and become Players Club members and come back fairly consistently. So I've been doing this. I don't do it every day, but, when we get a little margin here, I'll spend a little bit to make a little more. That's the takes money to make money adage played out in marketing. I think that there's a pretty clear return on investment when you do this, but I haven't been able to directly prove it. It's just an experience that I've had. So if you look, you know, I added on here, I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, basically 12 extra spots, and it's still full. So you love to see it. I'd like to have some extra table types added to this game. Just think it'd be cool to have like one of those long counters like they have at places like Chipotle, or even Subway sometimes has them. Like to build a count. Like I think it'd be kind of cool to make a viewing area so people can watch the casino while they eat. Think about what games they want to play next. But here we go. It's 8 o'clock on a Tuesday evening. We've got some people playing 3-card poker. You know, it doesn't make a ton, but I haven't messed with any of these numbers at all. So I don't know. Boy, that'd be crazy if somebody came in and bet 5,000. But you know, the bar stays pretty full. I think we do okay with that money coming in. Like if you look here at the retail category, it'll tell you 340 for drinks bar and 375 for drinks bar. I think this, with where it says cash, is literally cash, and where it doesn't say cash, people are using their cards. So just over $700. That's not a ton, but it's in the positive. Retail does pretty well for us. This cash register one is the cash register for the buffet. So, you know, you combine these two together, that's 2,400. Yeah, 2,500 bucks. That's pretty good. It's a pretty decent bit of income, and importantly, it's keeping people at the casino, which was what I was not doing before. So this is kind of deceiving here. You've got all this income, and then the daily licensing fee and the payout, you know. So the slot machine income looks like, oh, 14,000 in, 6 out. We made $8,000, but it gets complicated due to the licensing fee. What I wish, and maybe you can do it, and I just don't know how, but what I wish is that I could get a ledger of multiple days for poker. Like, I would love to know. Wait, what? That should be open all the time. So that's another thing that I've... Oh, okay, now it's 11 o'clock and people aren't eating. They were killing it during the dinner hour. But that's one thing that I wish that I could see, like, and why did that go away? I'd like to be able to see like how much every day a specific thing makes, because it'll let you see the previous day in this column. But you know, so I can look and say gambling, Texas Hold'em. Yesterday we made 900. Today we're making 1,100. And I do wonder if some of that's because we've got Players Club people sticking around. I don't know. Because I think this game requires a little higher gambling comfort, or maybe not. Nope, doesn't say anything about it. Gambling confidence, 0.36. What if we do off peak at 2? Wonder if that gets more people playing. I don't know. But that's one of the things that I like about this game, is you can tinker with stuff. You can just tinker all day. Yeah, so 46.79. Wasn't that at 47.11 when we started this? Anyways, in terms of what to do next, feel free to leave a comment if you have a suggestion. I know the last suggestion was super helpful. If you have ideas, now that we're profitable, urgent sleep need. I wish I could help, but we're probably all filled up. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's open. Wonder why they're not getting this. Maybe somebody already has it out. They're just downstairs. Yeah. But I think what I'm going to do is move this room to the corner, and I'm going to put a hallway here. And I might do another room here. But then I was thinking about extending these two out. I don't know. Maybe I should do a hallway. Maybe I should cut this one in half. And have a room here and a room. I don't know. One of the parts of the score is to have a window view, which I think has more. Oh, I just noticed now that they have a window into the other people's room. Let's get rid of that. And it hurt their window view score. That's a little weird. So like that one's 41%, but I bet this one, this one's 59 because there's two windows. This one has really good window, 83. And if I put another window there, it would be even higher. This one should be pretty good too. Yeah, 61. So, I don't know. Do I do more rooms? Do I do a third floor? Just keep going up. Add floor above. Maybe we just keep this like here and go up another level and just do a whole batch of rooms. I mean, that's probably the play, is to have more people stick around, not have them go home. But I don't want to do so much expansion that we... Environmental. What is your issue? So this is weird to me, because they don't say what that means. Urgent frustration? Oh, that's interesting. What are your thoughts? Lost at slot machine, lost the table game, got into a dispute at a table game. Okay. But the environmental ones, like, it's hard for me to know. Like, I can go to the rooms and I can see, like here it tells me environment 49, the window level, size of the room, in-room entertainment, bed score, bathroom facilities, right? So I can get a sense bed is okay. I could add in-room entertainment and bump this a little bit. I can add another window and bump this a little bit. When you go downstairs, it's hard to know, like, what is the environmental score for somebody playing these table games. Like, I put these plants here, but is that weird? Do they not like the plants? It feels a little spammy the way I did it. Maybe I should put some seating here, put some stuff on the walls. I mean, I think these wall lamps give, like, ambiance to the room, but maybe not. I'm just not quite sure what would improve it. And that's pretty much been my experience with this game, is I'm not sure. Oh, look, the off-peak $2 bet seems to have helped. All right. Nice. Maybe we put on a poker room. There's room to go this way, so I thought about maybe putting in some additional side stuff. Now that we know that the table games are pretty profitable, we could maybe tweak some of these bets and get more activity on those. I don't know. Pretty much where we're at though. Appreciate everybody checking out the channel, checking out this video, and I just can tinker with this game for hours. It's very fun. It's a bizarre kind of fun, but it's very fun. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.